Coming up on this week's Falcon Fever.
Change in leadership. UM's Director of Athletics, Jim Herlihy, is leaving Montevallo. We take a look at the legacy he'll leave behind, plus find out where he's going.
And take me out to the ball game. The Falcons have been busy on the diamond since we last met. We'll catch you up on all the action.
And Falcon Fanatic. We sit down with the Falcons' biggest fans.
And also see which of Montevallo's athletic teams is trying out a couple of new sports. Falcon Fever starts now.
Hello and welcome to Falcon Fever, your home for the latest Montevallo sports news. I'm Chloe Allen.
And I'm Savannah Kidd. Thanks so much for joining us.
A major change is coming to UM's athletic department.
That's right. President John Stewart announced that Athletic Director Jim Herlihy is leaving UM during Wednesday's faculty meeting. Herlihy is leaving to become the Director of Athletics at St. Anselm College in Manchester, New Hampshire. Herlihy has been at the helm of Montevallo's athletic program since December 2007. He's the 8th full-time athletic director here at UM. Here's a look at the legacy Jim Herlihy will leave behind at Montevallo. Under Herlihy's guidance, UM has increased the number of student athletes by more than 100%. And also more than 60% of UM's student athlete population have a 3.0 GPA or higher. Herlihy also expanded UM athletics to include 5 new sports, including track and field and also softball. On top of that, Herlihy has overseen 10 sports that have gone on to play in NCAA postseason play, including the men's basketball team's run at the 2012 D2 National Championship. We want to wish Jim Herlihy the best of luck at his new job. Thank you so much for the support you've shown Falcon Fever over the years. President Stewart has also announced that Assistant Director Don Mikowski has agreed to serve as Interim Director of Athletics while the search to replace Herlihy is underway. Switching gears, let's head to the field for some baseball updates. The baseball team has been pretty busy with games the past 2 weeks.
That's right. Let's start our sports coverage with their series on March 22nd and 23rd. The nationally ranked University of Montevallo baseball team dropped a 3-game Peach Belt Conference series against number 2 Lander University on March 22nd and 23rd at Kermit A. Johnson Field. Montevallo is 17-13 overall and 8-10 in the PBC. The team is currently ranked 24th in the country. The final game of the series, the Falcons fell by the final score of 15-8 after holding Lander scoreless in the top half of the third. Montevallo took a big chunk out of the lead in the bottom half when Vinny Rodriguez hit his 3rd home run of the season, a two-run blast to right field. In all, 5 pitchers saw action on the mound for Montevallo on the 23rd.
Coming off that impressive win, the Falcons will face Francis Marion University in a 3-game conference series at Kermit A. Johnson Field. First pitch in the series opener is set for this Saturday, April 5th at 1 o'clock. Now moving from the diamond to the tennis court, let's see how the women's tennis team performed over spring break. The women defeated UNC Pembroke 7-2 in a PBC match on March 23rd.
The Falcons won all 6 singles matches as well as one of the 3 doubles matches. Lucia Smizite and Juanita Osa brought home the lone doubles match with an 8-to win in the number 3 doubles match. The Falcons faced off against Francis Marion last Wednesday, March 23rd, but came up short against the Patriots with an 8-to-1 finish. The visiting Francis Marion Patriots took all of the singles matches and only one doubles match against Montevallo. The doubles match went to the Falcons with an 8-2 win. The Falcons ultimately dropped the 4th and 6th matches and ended up falling to Francis Marion. UM is currently ranked 9th in the Southwest region and is now 6-5 in the year and 3-4 in the Peach Belt Conference. The Falcons quickly bounced back from their loss from Francis Marion and dominated their match on March 26 against the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes. Montevallo won all of the doubles matches and took 4 out of the 6 singles. All UM singles wins came in straight sets. In the doubles clean sweep, Nikki Polsarova and Anais Robert won number 1, 8-6. Allison Howell and Haley Highfield won the number 2 match 8-3 with Lucia Smizite, and Juanita Osa rounded out the victory with an 8-4 win and 3 doubles matches.
The Falcons then fell 5-1 to visiting Flagler March 29th. The team won 1 of the 3 doubles matches. The Saints won 3 singles matches, giving them the victory. The Falcons' record is now 7-6 overall and 4-5 in the PBC. Up next, the Falcons take on Clayton State April 5th at home. The team's April 6th match against Delta State has been canceled. That match will not be rescheduled. Then on April 9th, the Falcons hit the road to face Columbus State.
Here's a team we haven't heard from in a while, the women's soccer team.
That's right, Chloe. The women's soccer team has actually put down their soccer cleats for a little while to pick up some new sports. Falcon Fever's Sydney Field shows us how the team is playing a new sport.
In their off-season, the women's soccer team is trying out new sports such as basketball, volleyball, and softball through the university's intramural sports program. Not only can these women kick a ball, but they can also serve, set, and spike a volleyball. Now, what some people may be wondering is how all of this got started.
It started before I got here. I just heard that we played softball a lot, and then my freshman year we played basketball, volleyball, and softball, so it's just a continuation.
Now, it was no surprise when asked what the most difficult adjustment was.
I can't kick the ball. That's the hardest thing.
Don't use your feet or your head. It's a lot more fun. Like, we have more fun with it. It's not as serious, but we still all are very competitive, so it's kind of scary at times.
Although they are very competitive, the team chooses to have fun whenever they play together.
We love each other, and we like to pick on each other all the time.
It's fun to play with them outside of soccer. So. We're just a family on the court, on the soccer field, softball field, volleyball, whatever.
The women won the intramural volleyball championship game and currently is undefeated in softball. Reporting for Falcon Fever, I'm Sydney Fields.
You know, it's really impressive to see how the soccer players, they're not only great at their sport, but volleyball and all these other sports as well.
Definitely. It just shows how well-rounded all those athletes are. It's really good to see that, definitely.
I know, I wish I were that athletic.
Oh, I know. I wish that I could pick up anything and just hit a
Roll
home
with it,
run
yeah.
or score a goal or something like that.
But yeah, those girls are awesome.
I know. Really good job, you guys. Now let's head to the green with the men's golf. The Falcons finished third in the Bearcat Invitational this past Sunday at Lander University. Montevallo finished with a 3-round score of 21 over par and 885, behind tournament champion Georgia College with a 9 over par and 873, and runner-up Columbus State with a 17 over par and 881. Sophomore Dalton Skinner led the Falcons with an impressive 1 under par and 215, carding a team best 3 under par 69 in the final round. Skinner finished 5th overall in the individual standings, followed by freshman Davis Bauer finishing 8th with a 3 over par in 219. Montevallo then traveled to Miami Beach, Florida, where they finished 10th against some heavy competition at the Buccaneer Invitational Tournament. The Falcons shot 38 under par, finishing 59 strokes under the tournament champion Barry University. Individually, the Falcons were led by sophomore Dalton Skinner, who finished tied for 13th in individual standings. The next time to catch the men's golf team in action will be at the Peach Belt Conference Championship in Pine Mountain, Georgia on April 18th.
The women's golf team is about to swing back into action. The upcoming matches for women's golf team will be April 7th through the 8th at the West Georgia Invitational in Carrollton, Georgia. Then the Falcons head to the PBC Conference Championship on April 18th through the 19th in Pine Mountain, Georgia.
No matter which sport, the Falcons have some outstanding fans.
Absolutely, but one of them stands out absolutely above the rest. Jeffrey Purvis is president-elect of Montevallo's Junior Alumni Board, a Montevallo graduate, and a true Falcon fanatic. Falcon Fever's Dan Cook sat down with him today to talk about his love for UM athletics.
I'm Jeffrey Purvis, 2002 graduate from the University of Montevallo. I love this university, and we've got fantastic sports programs here. When I was here, we were very mediocre in just about everything, and so we actually had better attendance in those days, but there was nothing to get out there and cheer for. Now you have a team that's consistently going to the NCAA tournament in basketball. Our soccer team is consistently getting into the tournament. Our baseball team is going to be playing postseason this year. Our cross country has won some awards. So overall, our athletic department puts a quality product out there, something you can actually enjoy. I'm jealous of all y'all that are here now that actually get to enjoy it and don't have to pay money to come see it. For the most part, it's mostly basketball, but you will catch me in a soccer match, or if the weather's right, over at Kermit Johnson Field. Falcons have a fantastic baseball team this year. So I try and get out to everything. I've even been to a cross-country meet.
Now, some people don't know the man behind the mask or the bodysuit. And, you know, of course, we're talking about the Purple Man outfit. Can you tell us how that started?
Actually, that started with a dinner with Dr. Stewart. We were talking about me doing the same thing for another university, and he asked me why I didn't do it for Montevallo. And so when Montevallo made the regional tournament in 2011, I told him if we ended up hosting a tournament, I would do such a thing, and that's where it began. So it's your fault, Dr. Stewart.
And you know, we haven't seen it in a minute now, especially this season. What happened to it?
Oh, it still exists. It's actually been out in other places in other forms, but I tried to hold it for special events, especially now there is an official Montevallo mascot, and that being Freddie. I don't want to trample on Freddie's territory. Well, I am Jeffrey Purvis, and I am a Falcon fanatic. Fear the Falcons.
Purvis says that whenever he's at the sports events, he tries to use his psychology degree from the university to help get in the heads of the opponents. Now it's time for our Falcon Fever Fan of the Week.
And this week's fan is Kinder Satterwhite. Thanks, Kinder, for all of your support of the Montevallo Falcons. And thanks for following us on social media.
Remember, Falcon Fever is available at your fingertips 24/7.
To see current and also past episodes of Falcon Fever, including extended interviews with players and coaches, just go to YouTube and subscribe to the Montevallo For You channel.
And you can connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see pictures from UM athletics events and behind the scenes of our show. We also post score updates and recaps throughout the week, so be sure to check us out on all the social media pages.
And last but not least, you can get extended UM sports coverage on MontevalloFalcons.com. There you'll find schedules, team rosters, live stats, and more.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week's show.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, and be sure to tune in again next week.